Welcome to the TLT Movement Podcast, a podcast for tomorrow's leaders today. This episode was recorded in front of a live audience at our annual conference, TLTCon. We actually have people who went through the entire program, ages 12 through 18, come up on stage and talk about their experience, what they've learned. It's a very cool episode. I hope you enjoy, and if you are inspired, you might want to consider coming to our conference this July in South Florida. Go to TLTMOVEMENT.com to learn more. Enjoy.
People try to put us to down. Talking about my generation.
Anything challenging is going to be hard. But so what? Hard could be the new fun.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Who's going to carry the boats? Endeavor to persevere.
If you want to be a good leader, you have to understand human nature.
I never look back. It distracts from the now.
All right, guys. Well, I don't know about you, but it's been a pretty fun week for me. And how did we enjoy yesterday's serving that foster care home? Did everybody like that? Yeah. That was fun. Well, guys, I got news. Because it doesn't have to stop here.
No, it doesn't. Absolutely not.
We at TLT Movement Podcast and Elevate Life and Identify Impact, all one, we have been an annual event here for we're on our 7th year now. And we keep talking about how we want to continue this throughout the years so that you don't lose these ideas, you don't lose this community.
How to effectively take what you learn back to your communities, back to your life where it's just you.
And this year, guys, we finally figured it out. We got some programs to bring this back to your school, bring this back to your house, and into your eardrums. But we want to bring the idea of the TLT movement and of Identify Impact and serving leadership into high schools throughout not only this state, not only this country, but throughout the world. And it's all going to start with students that come here to this camp that want to bring it back to their school and lead a club that teaches everything that we talk about here. Public speaking, serving leadership, doing things with excellence. I know a lot of you can look around your high schools and maybe not see a lot of those things. And it's not because people aren't interested. It's because there's not leaders stepping up to implement programs like this in schools.
Yeah. And you can, I think, I don't know if it's known by everybody, but like in high school, there was a club that this teacher was trying to start. We had 6 people, and it was my 6 best friends, that we were on the board. So literally the club, all we had to start out with was the board members, and that's who attended the club. By the end of our senior year, that club had tripled in size, where we were having meetings in theaters, and that was all student-led. It's people do it, it's possible, and the best thing is that it's your friends. It's people that you know that you want to get connected with. You've made all new friends here this week that you didn't know stepping into this arena, but that you can have those relationships with people you already know and encouraging those people to step up and be leaders. Because if you can do it, other people can do it by your influence, your impact on their life. And that's what we want to set up.
So I want to now invite our humble and fearless leader, Andrea Hazim, up to the mic to share anything that she wants to share.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so excited to be here. This is amazing.
Right?
I'm so proud of you guys.
Thank you.
This is really going to be a movement. So for any of you who want to take this on and be a part of the leadership of this TLT movement, I have a team shirt for you in the back.
Ooh la la.
And did you see what it says on the back? Let's read this. What does it say, Danny?
It says, "We aren't the next, we are the now. We aren't the future, we are the present. We're not just serving for a brighter tomorrow, but we're leading for a better today. We are TLT, tomorrow's leaders today." Is that not powerful?
Hashtag TLT movement. So be a part of the movement. We got a t-shirt for you guys, and I'm so excited to see who's going to take this and run with it.
Yeah, me too. I'm very, very excited because, guys, you are young adults here at a leadership camp, and whether you wanted to come on your own or somebody who loves you paid your way and got you here, if we're not the future leaders, who will be?
That's right.
Who will be? I mean, that's an honest question that I'm asking you, because it's not too hard to come to the conclusion that it's going to be people who are in it for their greed, for personal gain and power. And we can't have that. We've had enough of that. It's time for people with good intentions, good hearts, and willing to have conversations to make a change that need to step up to the plate. And I'm not talking become the president of the United States. This is in your own companies, in your own families, in your own communities, and can go as high as you want to take it. But it's real easy to sit back and just wait for somebody else to do it.
Well, and I think it was Andrea's brother who came and spoke, Jerry, who came and spoke, and he was talking about that unlocking of the door, but it takes you to step over the threshold into that.
Right.
There's a lot of things that we can ponder on and think that's great, but to put into action, the call to action, that movement, move. It's a physical thing.
Move.
You have to do it. You have
Make
to
your move.
stepping through that door of opportunity can change everything.
One of our mentors that some of you know, Josiah Krause, he's a student at Lakeland, Florida at Southeastern University. He ran for student body president. He wants to be president one day. I believe he could.
I believe he could. He's a charismatic guy.
And he won. He's student body president. He's leading the student body at his college, which is a very big, very, very big deal. So yeah, we could have a president of the United States in this room among us right now.
Oh,
We
I'm
don't even
sure.
know that.
Oh, I'm sure. It could be me. Probably not.
And you said, Danny, that the people that loved them, that sponsored them, people sponsored you guys who didn't not love you, but they don't even know you. They believed in you. They believed in young leaders and how important it is to cultivate that. Because guess what? You guys are going to be the leaders when I'm older. I need you guys to be good and sharp and doing the right things to take care of the world that I'm going to be living in when I'm kind of like chilling back and you guys are running the show. So it's in my best interest to raise you guys up, right?
Right. I mean, have we not had the past 100 years just be generations of people just thinking about themselves with not the future in mind at all, as far as how things will affect our planet or our society or the culture, and they're just thinking in the present, guys. We gotta take charge. We have to, or else.
Forward thinking, especially, and it's easy to come up with a plan when you have a backbone, when you have a structure, when you have that opportunity. There are a lot of people that maybe don't have this, and they might be in their school going, gosh, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do this. I want to be able. That person could be in your school, and maybe they don't even know about TLT, and they're not aware of the intensive. If you were to spark that would change their world and be able to give them a voice and give you somebody you want to take with you. You have the vision, you know where you want to be. Bring those people that surround you that want to be there with you by your side. It's so much easier to do things together as a collective with planning and forward thinking. So this is a structure that you can grasp onto. It's a backbone.
Absolutely. And you know what? We could sit here and describe this to you all day, but I see you with your eyes closing, yawning, head down. Let's bring up some TLT so that they can describe what this week was all about and what they took away. Two gentlemen right here in the front row. If you want to come on down, get over here on the mic. Yes, give a big round of applause.
We're turning it over.
We're turning the podcast over. We're going to let these people lead.
Please introduce yourself, name, age.
Hello, my name is Teron Durden, and I am 14 years old.
And my name is Joshua Williams, and I'm 15 years old.
All right, what was your number one takeaway from Identify Impact?
Yeah, so it was a really motivational experience. Like, everyone was kind. You know, they were understanding, and, you know, they were really motivational. Some of them inspired me, you know, in different ways, and they were really helpful through tough times.
My number one takeaway from this amazing camp was that you always want to treat others the way you want to be treated. It's not fair to treat people disrespectful when you deep inside want to be treated respectful from the same person you're disrespecting, and that's just wrong.
That's huge. That's huge. Do we have anybody else in the audience that wants to come up and share what they learned this week? How about Ethan over here?
Up.
Ethan Hawks. He is been going to Identify Impact now for a couple of years. How many years? 5 years. Wow, that's awesome. Let's see what he took away from this year.
You know, this year at camp, we talk about so much of the time just plan, purpose, and just opportunities. This year, I'd probably say that I learned, you know, when you see an opportunity in front of you, rather than trying to pry for other opportunities and trying to look for new tasks, you know, take the opportunity that's in front of you. Go for the shot that you have in front of you right now, because God knows it's going to lead to a better tomorrow.
Amen. That's great. Anybody else want to come up and share what they learned? Heavenly, right here in the front row. Come on up, share your name and age.
Hello, my name is Heavenly Belknap, and I'm 12. But what I learned is that teamwork is when you're actually acting like a team, and when someone doesn't step up, you step up for them because you're a team. And also I learned that I really changed the way I was thinking before I came here, because I wanted to stay closed in and ghost people because I felt like I needed more time to myself. But I really changed that perspective because I realized that I need some people more than I just need to be closed in. And it was a very good experience because this is my first year, and yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Community is so important. We have a couple more minutes here, about 2 or 3. Anybody else want to come up and share what they learned?
Yeah.
Get on up here.
I'd like to hear specifically, if you can, what leadership skill did you really grasp onto this week that you plan to take back with you when you enter into your home community?
Sir, what's your name and age?
My name is Sunil Ducio. I'm 13 years old, and I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
Awesome.
What I learned was how to value other people's feelings. And if you don't value other people's feelings, they won't respect you. And if they don't respect you, you won't be a leader. And so if you want to be a leader, you have to respect people and treat people with kindness, because you don't define yourself as a leader. Other people will define you as a leader.
Wow, 13 years old, and he's understanding things that most adults don't understand. That's incredible. And you know, one of my favorite activities here at Identify Impact every single year is the personality test, and getting a good understanding of how different people think and how different minds work, so that you can go into the world and show respect to others in the way that's going to click for them, in the way that makes sense for them. So I think that's an awesome thing.
And like you said, 13, 15, 12, the curriculum, the things that we're learning here at this intensive and that we're going to be pushing through for the rest of the year and implementing in these clubs for young people are things that adults, companies, spend thousands of dollars to teach adults once they're already in the workforce, because things clash and you're like, this is ridiculous. A corporate world is so hostile, and it's because young people didn't learn these principles, even as basic as, finance, but understanding how to relate to other people, and not everybody is in your mind, and you've really got to open yourself to those people.
Yeah, so I think that's the end of our show here. Unless anybody else wants to come up, last chance. Anybody else feel drawn to come up and share what they've learned? Anybody at all? Get on up here. All right, I want some name, age, and what you learned.
All right, how we doing? My name is Jonathan Grant. I'm 18 years old. This is my first time at the camp, and what I've learned from Identity Impact is taking charge with purpose. One thing we look up to are people who call themselves influencers, but in this world that we live in, that's all they are. One thing that I want to change about myself is not to just influence, but also to make an impact on other people's lives.
That's good. That's so good. I mean,
That's amazing. That's a note to close on.
that is a note to close on, guys. Thank you so much.
awesome.
That's been our show. Have a fantastic day.